Welcome to the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast with Mike Kincaid and Jake Goebel. Join them as they experience specialty coffee and document their journey. These friends explore roasts and roasting methods, brewing equipment and techniques, and review the cafes they visit along the way.
Thanks, Brioni, and thank you for joining us for episode 85 of the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast, where we celebrate Mikey's birthday. We talk about light roasts and dark roasts. We get into Mike's coffee experience down at Press Coffee and talk about third wave water and giving away drinks for free. Should you do that? Who knows? And lastly, Manny G recommends the brewed coffee compass from Barista Hustle. It's a great show. Let's jump right in. All right, are you ready? All right.
Yes.
Welcome to the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast. I'm Jake Goebel. I'm sitting here with the Mike Kincaid. And if you have stumbled upon our show, this is a show all about coffee. Not only drinking coffee, but the entire experience surrounding preparing your own coffee, but having coffee at a cafe, and also roasting and running your own coffee shop. Those are kind of the things that we talk about. And running a coffee business. And part of that is affiliate marketing for your website.
Oh. Nice. Good segue.
So anytime you start a business, right, they say, hey, if you're going to start a podcast, you need to monetize it, right? Monetize the podcast. Well,
yes.
We've been doing this for a little over a year. We've been recording shows, and we have yet to try to monetize the podcast. Now,
formally,
there's a couple different ways that you can do that with a podcast. So those of you who are thinking about podcasting out there, this is how you do it. You find sponsors for your show, and then you get money from them, and then you read copy like from them. You know, this portion is brought to you by, Orange Cactus Coffee, the loudest voice in coffee, or whatever. I don't, whatever. You have a little read. Yeah, I nailed it. I pretty much nailed that one.
You try to play that off like you've never thought about it, but
I think about it all the time.
Rehearsed.
I think about it all the time about, trying to, should we monetize? Should we not? Should we hold off? Should we not? Everything that we do right now, we try to bring to you for free, except coffee and the zero profit hat. Everything else is free.
Yeah. Well, what's the next level behind free?
Right.
Because that's where the coffee is.
Freemium. So the other things, if
profit.
you're going to run a blog, this used to be popular more years ago, but what you do is you have affiliate links in your blog, in the things that you write about, to a seller, whether it's Walmart or Amazon. That's kind of the big dogs, right? So basically if I talk about, we're going to talk about the Hario V60 dripper, and I write an article about it, and then I'll link to Amazon. If you click on the link that I have in the article, anything you buy from Amazon, I get a referral amount for.
Mm-hmm.
We are obviously nailing it on this end because we've been doing that since January 1st. Where we just put some links, text links. We don't put pictures. We don't do anything like that. We don't push it really hard, but we are at $2.70 for the year.
What?
I'm not trying to brag. I just want to be transparent. If you feel like you need an extra $3 in your pocket a year, hit me up. Let me know. Send me an email. I'll let you know how to jump in this thing. Affiliate marketing is not as popular as it once was. It used to be very popular and very lucrative. And there's still folks that do it out there. When you go to a site, you know what's happening. When you go to a site and they're reviewing, the 5 batch brewers, and they have pictures of them and all this other stuff. All this other stuff. Sorry, almost pulled my headphones off there.
You almost killed us.
And then
you
can if you click on it and it goes to Amazon, it's an affiliate link. What I don't like about it is this. Like when we do a brewer comparison, our favorite brewer dripper is the Blue Bottle dripper.
Yes.
You cannot get an affiliate
not yet
link for that. So anytime somebody in the year 2017, if they say they're going to review the 5 best drippers available on the market, and they do not include the blue bottle. If they don't include the blue bottle, all they do is include ones that they can get an affiliate link to. I cry foul.
They lie.
I cry foul. That's not right. You have to put the blue bottle dripper in there, even if you can't get an affiliate credit for it, even if you can't make money from it, because that's intellectually and practically honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best dripper out there right now,
It
in my
needs to be on
opinion.
the list, even
It
if they
needs to be on
disagree
the
with
list.
us about
Right,
it being
right.
number one.
Even if you're like, no, it's not the best. The Kalita Wave 185 is the best, or the Hario V60 is the best.
Yeah.
Then fine, whatever.
So be it.
So be it if you disagree, but it should still be on the top 5 list. And speaking of the Hario V60, I made you some coffee this morning, Mike, with the Hario V60. How do you like it?
Is this the Huehue? Are we all
That is not the Huehuetenango.
we all out of Huehue?
We are, no, we're not out of Huehuetenango, but
This was
that is an Ethiopian. That's that guy right there. That is coffee that we got from our Coast to Coast Roast Brew Pal. Oh, it's a Kenyan. Oh, yeah.
Kenya.
The Kenyan Embu Gikirima.
Can I get the Embu Giki Rima?
Yes, you certainly can get the Embu Gikirima.
Yeah.
Would you like a small, medium, or large?
Tall, please.
A tall. I'd like a caramel macchiato. That drink doesn't exist. But
It's good.
Our roast,
Blue bottle.
our brew pal,
And it reminds me of...
our brew pal actually works for Blue Bottle, and she had some health problems that kept her from
A little delay.
from just kind of
Life.
sending out some coffee in. Go, you can open it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to eat it right
Well,
now.
in the grand scheme of things, right? Sending some random person, even though you've signed up for this program, coffee, when illness and life happens, it's probably not so high on the
Not
list.
anywhere close.
Nor would it be on my list.
Nor mine. Actually, that's not true. That's a lie. It would still be the top priority for me. But I understand I'm abnormal.
You would die on your way to the post office
That's correct.
to deliver it before you went to the hospital.
I would.
If you had some, because you're weird like that.
I have issues. I'm not arguing. I'm not saying that that's normal, that that's how everyone should act, but that's how I am. Yeah.
Like, buddy, don't you realize if you die now, you won't be able to ship anyone else coffee? Big picture.
I got to get it out.
I got to get it out. So
this was
nonetheless,
from August.
It's here
It showed up this week.
in
Thank
all
you.
its glory.
And yeah, better late than never. And just the fact that she, remembered us even
And
after
sent it,
illness and everything, just very
Because
thankful.
at that point, that's the easier point or the harder point, right? To say, all right, let's go. Because when time passes, it's just easy to, they're over it. I'm over it. Move
We're done.
on.
Yeah.
But to go back
But
and
she
say, you know what?
She said, you know what?
We're going to do it.
I don't care how
It's so
awkward
cool.
it is.
Yeah.
I let it slip, and I'm gonna hook you up like I said I would. And
we got this.
and she sent chocolate as well. I mean, come on now.
So really, if you forget anything, just include
Chocolate.
this. And
So-
it's all forgotten.
So she sent us an 8-ounce bag of a Kenya Embu Gikirima
Mm-hmm.
single origin coffee and a Guatemala Tactic Santa Sofia.
I like that.
Tactic.
Can I get the tactic?
Tactical. I'd like to go tactical this morning.
Got a tactile feel when it hits your tongue.
That is so tactile.
And chocolate.
And chocolate. And
Made to pair with coffee.
it is. It does say made to pair with coffee on it. It is dark chocolate, and we are going to try some of it right now. Mikey is drinking the Kenyan, and it's okay. It's pretty good.
I like it. Yeah, it's got that classic Blue Bottle roast profile.
Yeah.
That you've come to enjoy
Yeah.
and love. This says that it was exclusively
Ooh, and it was made with the Scott Rayo method on the V60.
Oh, you did the rail method. That's great.
I
This was
even
made for Blue
excavated.
Bottle
I even
exclusively
excavated.
by Tcho.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they partner with
Tcho.
Tcho. Yeah.
No T.
Tcho.
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 TC. Ho.
So you want to open it?
Yeah, open
Let's see
it.
if there's like a golden
A
ticket.
golden ticket. Yes, 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 yes. Nailed it. Found it.
Silver. There it is. There it is. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at the design on that. It's even designed.
And it says Tcho.
Should say Blue Bottle.
Tcho. Well, they're partnering with. Just go ahead and make a mess everywhere. I will clean it up. Thank you, Michael. Tcho. Now, what's interesting is Mikey has talked about coffee as coffee. Yes, Michael has talked about coffee is about chocolate as well, and talked about maybe using the bee more to roast cocoa beans to make chocolate. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I was thinking about using the bee more to roast cocoa beans to make chocolate.
Huh. I've never heard of that before. How different is that than roasting coffee in there?
I have no idea.
Oh, so you've done a lot of research on this.
I've done nothing. I got nothing. All I know is that people do it, and they say it can work. And some say it's not that different. It's very similar, but I'm sure it's got some differences. But more to come. I haven't looked beyond that.
Oh, good. Well,
other than a desire to maybe, I figured I need to continue to learn roasting and stick with that for a little longer, and then we'll bridge out, because it would be nice, right? I like the idea of having a coffee and then even having specifically a chocolate that goes with that coffee, and I think there's different pairings that could make it just a nice.
I think it'd be cool to make your own, depending on how we decide to make our mocha, whether it's syrup or ganache or whatever. But if you made your own chocolate, that'd be sweet,
especially if we use like somehow the prickly pear fruit.
Yeah.
Make it sweet.
That would be cool. It'd be very unique. So, moving along on this roasting theme, though, this chocolate's pretty good, though.
It is 71%, something like that. Dark.
I typically like my chocolate just a little bit darker, but it's very good.
Like 72, 73?
Yeah.
What are we talking?
Yeah. Maybe all the way up to 80.
Yeah. All the way up to 80.
All the way up to 81.
Beyond 80, though? Too much?
Too much.
Too bitter?
Too bitter. Yeah, I don't do that. Speaking of roasting, we had promised to talk about light roast versus dark roast.
You did.
Okay, I promised that you would talk about light roasting and dark roasting because we got some feedback, and I'm thankful for the feedback that the King Cup might be a little too dark roasted. It's a coffee that we roast and we sell.
Depends on the kingdom and the king.
It depends on the majesty consuming the coffee. But it kind of got me going. And as I was doing some research for this topic, I found a review site that would review dark coffees. And the reason how they got there was this. When they were reviewing coffees, they would give kind of the light roasted Nordic style coffees higher scores.
Yeah.
So that's what they started attracting more. And the darker roasted coffees, lower scores. So they were alienating darker roast. Nobody was submitting them anymore. And so they said, okay, if we want to cover the gamut of specialty coffee, we're going to have to fix this because we're not getting the submissions we want.
I see.
And that's why, because we're not scoring them very high. So let's compare all the dark coffees together, the dark roasted coffees together. So they have a special dark roasted thing. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. That was a sneeze. One of the dark roasted coffees was from Black Coffee Company in Missoula, Montana.
Black Bear?
Not Black Bear. Stop. Black Coffee. Not Black Rifle. Not Black Bear. Not Black Kettle. Not Black Mug. Just black. Just black coffee. They have a Peruvian single origin that was roasted dark. And I had never seen it before. I thought we were the only ones out here trying to get a coffee that pairs well with cream and sugar and, it's kind of the everyman's cup. So I tried the Peru. I bought a bag. I had it delivered. I drank it.
Oh, good. You didn't pick it up?
I didn't pick it up. I didn't go to Missoula, Montana to pick it up. And then I shared some with you, Mikey. I'd like to know what your thoughts on the Peru were.
Yeah, so I had the Peru. My wife had the Peru, and we both we liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Did you drink it neat, or did you put the pumpkin spice creamer that the missus was drinking in?
I didn't put any creamer in it. At first, my first sip was a little assaulting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was surprised. I didn't.
Yeah.
It had a strong, very like spice almost to it that I wasn't expecting. But I actually enjoyed the cup, and I've had a couple of them. So it was darker, but by no means Starbucks dark. It wasn't oily.
No.
But you're right, darker on the spectrum of what we would call specialty, third wave, artisanal, small batch, handcrafted style coffee. Maybe we should just refer to it like that every single time.
Yes.
So there's no confusion.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Just to add as many.
All of them.
Yeah.
As many as you can.
Except I already forgot how I started that.
Yeah. Small batch, handcrafted, artisanal specialty coffee.
I think you said it backwards. Good job.
Did I? Well, I heard it. I heard it
backwards.
frontwards, so I said it backwards.
So I thought it was good. I could definitely see it having appeal to many people, especially people that we've received feedback from for the Swaro, right?
Yeah, the people that I talked to in the checkout line when they're talking about the kind of coffee that they like, it was definitely right in line with that. I almost felt like some of the flavors were roasted right out of it, though. Like it was just a little too dark.
It had more roast characteristics.
Roastiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for me, though, I find myself enjoying the whole spectrum of coffees.
Yeah.
I think, tasting this Blue Bottle again, it's been a while since I've had Blue Bottle.
Yeah.
I like mixing it up, but I think I would get tired of having this every day
Mm-hmm.
for weeks. I would want, you could switch to one of their blends.
You sure
Giant
could.
Steps. Excuse me, Giant Steps.
I
That
love
would be
Giant
good.
Steps.
But I enjoy switching it up, and I enjoy having a darker coffee. Sometimes I enjoy the little roastiness.
Yeah. I the Peru, I didn't enjoy it so much just by itself. Plain, just the Peru.
Yeah.
What I did is I blended it. I mixed it myself with another coffee blend, the 616 from Madcap, and they're in Grand Rapids, Michigan. But what I did was I would do like a 2-to-1 ratio. So I do 2 grams of Madcap, and there was 616 blend, and 1 gram of the Peru, and that was good.
You like that?
I liked it a lot better.
That
because their Madcap was too light.
makes you think that
it was their blend it was supposed to hold up well to cream and sugar and everything, and it was too light. It was too much.
So, in defense of blends, as Mr. Freeman has previously put
I
it,
thought it was Hoffman. Just teasing. Sorry, James Freeman.
it was Freeman. You got me thinking.
No. You're good. You actually thought I was serious. That's fine. I'm sorry.
Well, I was. I get the, you put the Jim and Jim in a ring. Who knows what would happen?
Yeah.
Right?
I want to see the cage fight. I want to see James Freeman fight James Hoffman, and I want to see Scott Rayo fight Deaton Piggott. That's what I want to see.
Intellectually.
No.
Right. In
No.
coffee theory.
No, of course not.
You
I
wanna-
want to
you wanna see-
Yes.
You want to see an organized,
Yes.
staged, filmed debate.
No, I
between
don't want to see a
The
debate.
varying principles
No, I want to see fisticuffs.
of coffee ethics
No,
that each adhere to.
of course not.
Oh, you're talking about physical violence.
Yes, I'm talking about throwing it down.
No. Yeah, because that would be, and then we could podcast it live on a coffee show.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Did you know that Nestle owns Gerber baby food?
I did not know.
They do.
Well, okay, and
They also own Blue Bottle.
So you're making a connection?
I'm making a connection between baby food and Blue
Are we
Bottle.
going to start seeing the Blue Bottle
Baby-
line of coffee for babies?
Yes, we're going to call them the baby bottle
The
line.
baby bottle. Oh, that would be great. These are the baby bottle.
These are the babies. They're decaf.
Yeah, they're half
These
calf
are the
and
baby
decaf.
baby bottles.
Yep. If you have a sleepy baby, we recommend the half calf. Pick them up a little bit. Perks them right up.
Yep, gets them going.
Gets them going.
So, what does that mean,
What are we
though?
talking about?
I know we're yakking here. We're talking about light and dark roast. So,
Oh, yeah.
and I welcome the criticism. Please continue to reach out to us with the feedback as far as hey, this is too dark, this is too light, I don't like this, I don't like that. But the Saguaro, we've had people say your coffee should be lighter. We've had people say our coffee should be darker. And
So that means we're perfect.
the dark roast that you got, that Peru, when compared to like a dark roast from Starbucks, is not dark at all.
Yeah,
So light and dark mean different things to different people.
they do. That's why I kind of liked. Well, I think it's no, it's not Peixoto. It's
The Agtron.
Onyx.
You want to spend $27,000 on an Agtron
No.
device?
Not at all. Though I think an Agtron's I think from what I've seen, the value of an Agtron, which measures the color of the bean, you can also then do the ground, and you could see the variance between basically the internal development
I
and
think
the
it's
external.
I think it's a sweet tool to have.
Exactly. It sure is. It's more information to help you figure out, like, if this is tasting great, what is your Agtron reading? What is your TDS reading? All these things are just to help you quantify and replicate.
Yeah.
Not to dictate.
Right. Oh, I like that. Replicate, not dictate. It just helps you try to be more consistent and increase your understanding of why things are.
Exactly.
The why. Trying to answer the why.
But see, Onyx, I think is what I was going to say. I kind of like how they don't say light and dark. They have modern and traditional.
Yeah.
And then there's a
But
scale.
their traditional's not quite as dark as I would like it.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
it's also, I think it leaves a little more room for it to be subjective. Modern, traditional, instead of saying light and dark. It's all subjective and it's all hard. At some point, you as a roaster, as a coffee company, have to say, this is what we are excited about and what we like.
Yeah.
And we think, a good portion of people will agree with us.
Right.
I mean, you can't be on an island all by yourself and still expect to sell and run a business. You can't.
You can't do it.
You know what I mean? There's people out there that would probably love just doing some white coffee, grinding it up and selling nothing but white coffee.
No.
And you might get 2 out of 100 people that would be like, all right, I'll try it.
No, there's nobody that exists that thinks that's a good idea. Not anybody that's actually drank the white coffee.
So there's a point, though, where
We need to go get another shot.
you do you. But if you want to make money doing you,
You actually have to be concerned about somebody else.
you have to make sure that it also does other people.
Yeah.
You do what they like as well.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, that brings us into our coffee experience.
the light versus dark debate will always be present. Continuous active.
Red lightsaber, blue lightsaber, you know?
Yeah. Mix them together and call it, what does Josh say?
Purple? Oh, split the difference and make it sexy.
There you go.
He's a graphic designer.
Sometimes you got to
Animator.
split the difference.
Split the difference
Call
and
it
make
good.
it sexy. Coffee experience.
Coffee experience.
You went down to press.
I visited press. Yep.
Would you like to share anything else about your experience visiting
I would love
press?
to. I was giving you opportunity because usually you like to go into like this interview style. So we've been to press before. We've been to this location before. You took me there the first time. This was in Scottsdale. It is an odd location. It is difficult to get to. It's within, I think they call it the shopping quarter, something like that. But pretty much have to park, and then there's streets. You kind of walk within this, I don't know, these shops that are off side streets. Some you can drive on, some you can't. What's weird about this location is the layout. It's a very narrow, long, skinny store, right?
And the register is as far away from the front door as you can
way
get.
in the back. This is my wife's first time who went with me, and she immediately thought,
You took your wife with you
yeah,
instead of me?
it was quite nice.
What's up with that? Did you guys post selfies with little heart frames?
I was gonna post a picture, but
You don't want to make me jealous or what?
no, I didn't get.
Oh, you weren't thinking about me at all?
I didn't get the approval.
Oh.
I didn't get the consent. The lighting wasn't quite right.
I got you.
It was a good selfie because I don't know if you remember, they have that huge mirror.
Yeah.
And that one, like if you're looking out the window from inside to the left, they have that huge mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
I got
on the right, they've got that other little narrow hall with the water.
Yes.
The-
Yeah. So I was facing outside, and I was gonna take a picture of my wife enjoying coffee. With me in the mirror taking the picture, it was what I call a traditional selfie.
Like a metafictional selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just,
Yeah.
but
Way meta. You were
didn't,
going
didn't
way
turn
meta.
out as well. But I did take other pictures of the space and the drink
Nice.
that are out there on the Instagram. Anyway, went in, and you have to. Yeah, it was packed, and it was Thursday,
Yeah.
Wednesday, Tuesday, middle of the week sometime. So it was business hour. A lot of suits, a lot of computers, a couple college kids. It looked like everyone set up doing their thing, and you have to step over feet and watch out for knees and legs to get to the register.
Yeah.
And some people, there in Scottsdale, were dressed in some very nice clothes. You could just tell those
Yeah.
shoes are worth more than my car
Yeah.
that we got here.
Yeah, they spend a lot of money on that.
I don't want to step on those.
Yeah.
So you get to the back finally, and we ordered. I had a mocha. We had 2 iced mochas, actually, and then I got a cortado.
You had an iced mocha? They made
Yeah.
an iced mocha for you.
Yeah, it's good.
I wonder what they use for chocolate. They must use a syrup. Do they use Ghirardelli's?
I don't know what they use.
It's good.
It's a press secret.
Wow. That's impressive.
It was very good, though. It was just as good as
The
the hot
perfect
version.
ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, Lindsay, my wife, really enjoyed it. When that was done, I'm like, I'm going to go see if they got any single origin, because last time we tried their roaster, they were roasting at like half capacity, and they weren't able to offer a single origin on espresso. And so I wanted to see if they would, and they did. They had an Ethiopian, I want to say it's a Gatiti.
Gutiti?
Yeah.
Gutiti?
Maybe it's GU or GE. So
I think.
you might be right.
Yeah.
And so I went up and said, hey, can I get just the single origin espresso? And he's like, yeah, do you just want it for here?
Excuse me.
And the little cup and saucer. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. And he's like, all right, I got you, no problem. So I didn't know what he meant by that, but what I soon found out, he was implying that there would be no charge. He went over, pulled the shot, did it up, handed it to me, and then said, would you like some sparkling water as well? And I said, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it all. And he said, absolutely. So he got me the water, no charge. It was all for free. And so it was a great experience. I will say they were busy when I got there, and though they were pleasant and very nice, there was nothing special about the interaction until that point.
Yeah.
And so at that point, just the whole experience changes. It just raises it. G-O.
G-O. Passion fruit, mango, and jasmine.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was very good. I enjoyed it. You kind of got that passion fruit and the mango. Not sure if I got jasmine, but certainly could taste the mango. So that was a good experience. And so then, that leads us to believe, at what point or when is it okay to give away drinks?
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before.
I've had free stuff there before where they've just surprised me with
Yeah.
espresso.
What authority do you give your baristas to give away? Is it at their own discretion? Is there a limit? Is there,
I find that if it's just from a cost perspective,
Yeah.
and I think Cat and Cloud do the same thing. I think that you can drink as much espresso as you want. I want to say that I heard that on one of their podcasts.
What do you mean?
Like a shot of espresso,
Uh-huh.
you can have whatever you want. From a cost standpoint, espresso is a very inexpensive beverage. You know what I mean? Like once
Just
you start adding
a
chocolate
shot,
and
yeah.
milk to it, then it becomes
Yeah.
a little pricier.
I see.
And I think, and maybe I'm wrong, but maybe they recognized you as someone who is enjoying coffee, like a coffee connoisseur.
Yeah, if you ask for single origin espresso,
You know what I mean?
what do you got on single origin today?
They can tell whether you're
Let
just
me show you.
into, because you're going to get both, right? You're going to get people that come in and they just want to get their espresso or they just want to get their caffeine fix. Give me my drink and I'm gone.
Yeah.
Or I'm here to meet a client. What do you have that's not terrible? You know what I mean? Or you have the guy that comes in. Is this from the Gedeo zone or the Gedeb zone in Ethiopia?
Yeah.
And then you say,
Is this fair?
oh, this is Gedeo zone. Was this fair trade? You know what I mean? You just have people who take their coffee a little more seriously.
Sure.
And do you hook them up with, I don't know. I just think that they would spend more money on coffee and it would mean more. Like I've spent a lot of money at Press. A lot of money.
Yes.
Every time I go in, I spend a lot of money. I can't help myself.
You
But-
buy everything on the wall. I almost bought a Kalita Wave because they had it sitting there on the
They
wall.
they hook it up. They hook
do.
it up. I've had free espresso, before just out of the blue where they brought, hey, you tried this? Let me bring you this one. This is our whatever.
Yeah.
So, you're in there buying whole bean. You're buying a drink. You're asking about their grinders. You know what I mean? It's just, but
Yeah.
if it's busy, I'm assuming you didn't try to make conversation like that when you were in there. If they're busy, you acknowledge the fact that they were busy. You just ordered and went your way, I'm assuming.
Yeah, at that point. When I went back up for the espresso, there was no line. So it was a little nicer. But I think that leads us to the question then, is it good to give away, drinks like that to obviously, someone that's into it, someone that's coming in, asking the questions, they're a connoisseur, whatever, they know what they're talking about. Let's hook them up. They're going to appreciate it. However,
Like Chris and Jared say, like, oh, I know Bob. He works at the cafe down there. Like anybody in coffee, it's on the house.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we don't.
Yeah.
You don't just get free drinks because you work in coffee.
When do you use that same tactic, though, to introduce something new to somebody that's maybe never had it?
I think this is what you do. You hire people who understand your culture, who are trustworthy and responsible, and you trust them to do their job.
Yeah, I think you start with that. I think that's a good point. I still think maybe the model
for me would be, I don't know. I like the cat and cloud with the card. You know,
I like the allowance the company gives.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you could start. You are allowed to give away $20 every 2 weeks or a month worth of product.
But you need to scan it so we can, you need to.
It's tracked.
Ring it up so we can track it and account for it. And see, that's the thing. If he just pulled a shot and handed it to you, did that shot go down? Like accounting knows. Accounting knows. Yeah. Maybe not.
It wasn't
every
even
shot.
I don't. It wasn't. I didn't see him ring it up or
but
use the register.
But if you don't ring it up, and now it's 20 grams or whatever, 25 grams, I don't know. It's just out of a, it's a portion that's missing out of inventory that was taken out of inventory. Do they just chalk it up as a loss or as a bad shot, you know what I mean? Or is there a better way to track it?
Yeah.
That's all.
I think tracking has a couple good perspectives or benefits. One is, yes, you could see what's going out then. You can account for that loss.
Right.
Two is, though, you can make sure, I want to see, if we did that, I want to see my employees maxing that out.
Are they even using it?
Exactly. I want to see everyone, you have 3 employees, they're allowed $20 a piece. I want to see $60 at the end of that month of free stuff given out.
Yeah.
I mean, because, right, that's the whole point, is to generate business, to improve the experience. And so...
Yeah, why do you hook you up?
I have no idea. I have no idea why. Part of me feels like because in their mind, it's such an easy, small, little drink. There's not much to it. Let me just pull it.
They've charged me. I've had the same experience and paid top dollar for it.
And it could be because it was my second tab.
Maybe.
Right? I've already paid for 3 drinks, ringing me up for, just an espresso.
It's $2.50.
Seems like a cool dude, whatever. Yeah, he's talking about coffee. Let me just hook it up.
Maybe that's what it was. Or maybe he doesn't have a cash register login, and the guy that's running the register is in the back or had to make an emergency bathroom break, and he's not back. So whatever, it's just an espresso. I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? There could be something.
Well, it was actually what's funny about it is the guy that I went up to the register, the one that checked me out the first time. He was running the register. He wasn't the barista. The main barista. I think they're all kind of cross-trained.
Yeah.
At least it seemed like it.
Yeah, because our barista, when we went to the newest location, he was running the register, but he was clearly very well trained.
Yeah.
And had a lot of coffee experience.
And so when I said, "Hey, what do you got?" We walked over. He was showing me. I said, "Yeah, let's try that." He looked to the barista that was making most of the drinks and said, "Can we get a shot?" And then he looked at him and goes, "Well, you can pull that one." And he says, "Okay." I don't know if he was going to go do something. Yeah. It was just kind of funny, though.
Oh, and so he ended up... if I'm pulling it, I'm not charging it.
I don't know. Maybe
then
there's
you
more
need to go run the register. Maybe there was something going on behind the scenes there.
I don't know if he was trying to leave or I don't know. It wasn't like awkward or rude. It was just like, you could tell they were comfortable with each other. And so, he's like, "Yeah, no problem." So he pulled it. He tamped it and did the whole thing, got me the water. There was no line. No one was behind me at the register.
So he was no big deal.
Yeah, doing side work. So there was, So it was a good experience. I enjoyed it. The mochas are amazing. They really
Everything is amazing.
The cortado was pretty good.
It was just pretty good?
Yeah, it was just pretty good.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as some of the ones I've had before, but I would get it again because it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Not like pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, you got
to it's pretty good.
Take it up that a little higher register.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. But it wasn't awesome.
Pretty good. There's many ways you can say pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Oh, just good. Everything's fine. Everything's
pretty
fine.
Good.
It's all fine. So that was my experience. I enjoyed it. Give away free stuff. I think can help further your business. Anytime you just want to serve and provide or give that wow factor, do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You walk away going, "Wow, that was cool. That was cool. I enjoyed it."
Yeah, there's got to be a limit, though. I mean, if you're always hooking your friends up.
I'm not his friend.
I know, exactly. You're not his friend, so does
He
he
don't
give
know
his
me.
does he give his friends free
Oh,
drinks?
but the other thing I was talking to him when I was there is they have some cool shirts. I really like the way they do their hats and their
Yeah,
shirts.
yeah.
Like all the baristas have branded shirts, but they're all different. And at first you think they're just wearing their own clothes, but if you look closely, it either says press or has a little press logo.
Yeah, yeah.
He says that, and I asked him, I said, "Do you guys have to buy your own?" And he says, "Well, they'll give you a certain amount, but if you want more, you can get them at a discounted, like cost."
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool. And then they also had a sweet hat, which made me think they had their logo
To the side.
like in the
Yeah.
bottom quadrant.
Yeah, I
on
think
the
it's on the
side.
bottom left. It's on that side. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
I thought that's cool.
That's very cool. Kind of off-centered there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
There are some really cool things that they do.
yeah, it's a good image. It's good. One thing though, my wife didn't like, and we've talked about this before. The atmosphere. It's a cool design. It looks great, but it's not that comfortable to be in.
Yeah, that's
The chairs are hard plastic. The table, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's so clean and modern. It's a little uncomfortable,
yeah.
and that could be by design.
It could be by design because we don't want you hanging out here all day.
We
We want your
need-
butt to start hurting so you get up and leave.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And there's no restroom there.
Yeah.
You gotta run down to Dillard's to take a poo.
Yeah, yeah. Well, remember, you can go. Is it out to the right? There's that hallway.
Yeah, there was a secret hallway.
There's the secret hallway with a restroom, but it's across the street down the way.
Yeah, you got to take a little
Is that
trot.
where you went, or did you go into Dillard's?
A little trot. No, I think
You went
we went over
into
there.
Dillard's.
It's like right next to.
Oh, it's right next to
to
Dillard's.
it's not
something.
Dillard. Maybe it's something else.
But remember that one.
Dillard's.
The last time we went. So this is, and I don't know if we even mentioned this last time, but
What?
well, it's in this Scottsdale Fashion District. It's this highfalutin place. Or is it Fashion District? Yeah. North Scottsdale Fashion District. It's highfalutin, big money shops, beautiful everything, manicured landscapes. And you go into the bathroom, everything is nice.
Oh yeah.
And somebody
Yeah.
somebody pooped their pants and threw away their underwear inside the trash. I think it was like a worker, but it stunk to high heaven.
Oh, it did.
It was so horrible. It was so beautiful. Everything was so beautiful,
Yeah, it was great.
but the stench was unbearable.
I think it's just a good reminder that anytime, right, there's humans,
Yeah.
there's the remnants or the presence of humans.
Yeah.
It ruins the beauty that otherwise
ruins
would be.
everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is why we can't have nice things, because you will poop into the trash can instead of the toilet. Poop in the toilet, not the trash can.
No.
What's wrong with you?
It's like he got so close. And unfortunately, I have a feeling it was connected with the janitor that was there
Yeah.
because he was being weird. Remember, like
Yeah.
he was coming to the bathroom until he saw us go into the bathroom, and then he never came in,
And then he went back out.
and then he was sitting outside waiting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he was trying to remove.
the evidence. Probably.
I don't know. Poor guy.
I don't know, but if I would have just been like, oh, this is horrible. I can't believe somebody did this.
And kids.
And then, yeah, exactly. And then I'd clean it up and be like, whoa, oh man, I'm so sorry. I can't. Woo. What's wrong with people?
You ever seen something like this?
Knowing it was you.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. So
Totally played it off like I'm here to solve the problem. I'm not the cause. I'm not the root of the
Yeah.
problem. I'm just here to solve it. Thank you.
sorry, gentlemen. Just got, and we were dressed up. We were in our ties. Yeah.
We even shaved that day. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Somebody, I don't know. Well, at least they put their underwear in the trash and not try to flush it.
Yeah, I've had that.
You've tried to flush your underwear?
No, I
Oh.
had to clean that up before.
Somebody tried to flush it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so how's this chocolate, though? What do you think?
It's a bit nutty. It's good.
It is good, isn't it?
It's very good. It's very good. But this should bring us straight into
Straight away.
Manny G recommends.
What?
Manny G recommends.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've had a Manny G recommends. Manny's been busy, and that's just the long and the short of it. But he's come through in the clutch with something excellent, and it is the coffee compass from Barista Hustle. I will throw a link in the show notes, but The brewed coffee compass is very simple to use. 1, you brew a coffee. 2, you taste it. 3, if you experience any negative flavors, find them on the map. It's on the left. Those flavors are now the center of the compass on the right. Find the direction you need to travel in order to get back in the green. When you brew the next cup, do whatever that arrow says, rinse and repeat. So let's say, just for the sake of argument, that you get something that is beefy. The beefy now becomes the center.
Of course you would pick that.
I would pick beefy. So you need to extract. So I put the beefy because you can see where it's at. Beefy is in the top left corner. It's kind of at a 10 o'clock, right? So to get back down into the green, you have to go down into the right. Well, it's going to be under extracted and strong. So you need to get down into the right. So extract more, less coffee. So extract more, finer grind and or longer brew time and less coffee. A higher brew ratio. This can be achieved by fixing water weight and reducing dose, or by fixing dose and increasing water weight. So it's basically under or over extracted, and you just look where your flavor is,
where you want to go,
and what you need to do to get there, and it shows you how to get there. So please note this compass does not work for espresso, and take into account that your coffee might be of poor quality or roasted badly. Care about brewing temperature. Just use boiling water.
It's pretty good. I mean, hence compass. Tells you where you're at, where you need to go.
Tells you how to get there.
It's a cool little tool.
Tells you how to get away from beefy. And
or if you like beefy, maybe that's where you want to be.
And you have limp coffee. Have you ever had limp coffee? Flimsy, underwhelming, sparse.
Weak
is a super category here.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. A quick finish. Empty, powdery, dusty.
Those are all on there.
Astringent. They're all on here.
Wow.
So good. I don't know if I've ever been there before.
You've never been to powdery?
But even if you're in the green, you can still get to balanced. So let's say instead of beefy, it's hefty, right? Well, hefty, you have to kind of go the other way. Or let's say instead of dull, it is aromatic, but you want to get it into balanced.
I see.
Or it's transparent or thin or gentle, and you want it more balanced. So you add, more coffee.
I see. They're just descriptors to try and help you
get confused about the coffee that you're drinking. Yes.
Yeah. Does this taste limp to you?
I have that all the time. That's a constant problem. It's limp coffee.
Are you getting a little beefy? It's funny.
No. Actually,
no.
I'm actually on the other side. This is tasting a little dusty to me.
No, buddy. Your compass is upside down.
Oh. Then yes, I guess it is beefy.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
So anyhow,
north.
Good looking out, Manny. I think you're absolutely right. It is a wonderful tool.
Sure is. Wonderful. Oh,
I was stretching and I hit.
Yeah, you're a little too beefy there. Watch out.
No, I'm husky. Not beefy.
No.
I hit my elbow on a bookshelf. Anyhow, third wave water.
Great.
Moving right along.
Speaking of bookshelves.
Yeah,
I was reading a book once.
And it talked about investing. That brought me to Shark Tank, and I was watching Shark Tank, and third wave water was on it.
Yeah, exactly. But the book was about water. So good.
Oh, I thought it was about sharks.
The sharks live in
the water. Do they live in third wave water?
On first wave.
Oh,
yeah, the original.
Oh, the original wave. The original wave.
One and only.
Coffee drinking sharks over here.
Yeah, Pacific.
The Kona coffee, right? Hawaiian. You've got a whole bunch of tiger sharks drinking tiger coffee.
Tiger sharks.
Tiger sharks.
Tiger lily.
Tiger moms.
What's that?
It's a mom that is very strict disciplinarian, and you get home after school, you do 3 hours of homework, then 3 hours of violin, and then
they call that a tiger mom.
And sit-ups, and then go to bed. Yeah,
not to be confused with the cougar mom.
Totally different.
Okay,
totally different. But that does.
I've never heard of that. Hold on, he's losing it. All right, well, just making sure.
One of our coworkers, Mike, in a meeting that you missed last Friday, she, I'm not going to name names to protect the guilty, but She is a University of Houston graduate. She lives
Okay.
in Houston. It's the Houston Cougars. And
Mm.
so she proudly was proclaiming that she was a cougar
Yeah.
during our meeting. I was like, so no, I'm not, I don't want to get this
Of
wrong,
course, leave it to you.
but
Yep.
you're saying you're a cougar, and that's okay if I call you a cougar. It was great.
It was good for our laugh.
It was great. Yeah.
That's good. At her expense.
At her expense. Yeah. She was laughing more than anyone else.
Well, you have to at that point.
Yeah.
You're crying on the inside, but
Yeah.
I'm laughing.
Yeah. She walked right into it. So anyways, yes, not a cougar mom, a tiger mom.
Yeah.
Tiger lily.
So there are tiger sharks.
Third wave water.
So third wave water, it's probably many of you know, we've been a fan of from our beginning,
Since we first found them.
since they found us.
No, you found them.
They found us. They found us like drowning in tap filtered, underwhelming water and said, "Hey, try this."
Actually, it wasn't even, we didn't find it because we wanted to find the best coffee for us. The best water for us.
Yeah.
We found it because we were trying to find the best water for you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you bought coffee from us, how could we make sure that you're getting the same cup at home that we are here in the studio?
Yeah.
Or at home as well. So how can we make sure
In the
that
studio.
that we're drinking the same stuff? And we had entertained a couple different ideas about shipping water out with our coffee, which would make the shipping cost astronomical because water is heavy and you'd need a lot of water for one bag of coffee. So then we talked about, well, maybe we'll minimize it and send out one small bottle for, your first try. So, hey, you want to take your water seriously. It's 98% water or
Coffee. Yeah.
Coffee is 98% water. You need to take your water seriously. This is what we recommend, and this is where to buy it or whatever. We even looked into partnering with a local bottle water maker, distillery.
Yeah, let's
bottler,
ship it to them.
Whatever, yeah. Ship
Include it
to
in
'em.
the subscription, and
Yeah. Ship them a case.
you get
Ship 'em a
everything you
case of
need
water.
sent right to you. Don't have to think about the water. You can even have filters and coffee. We were kind of thinking holistically.
Yeah.
To have that whole experience and to remove any additional steps that you might need to take to have that experience.
And then
we researched shipping fees and had to go in a different direction.
it
But
would have to be super high end. It would have to be like a
Absolutely.
super high end purchase.
Yeah, Voss bottle included with every shipment.
Yeah. Like a case of Voss.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what led us to third wave water.
And then Mikey brought it.
So the first time I
Yeah.
pulled, I'm like, hey, check this out. Rolled out this little baggie, this little packet of powder, and said, hey, just put this in and drink it.
Put this on your tongue.
You were so excited.
Put this in your pipe. and
You were
smoke
like,
it.
I've never, usually people have a little hesitancy when they say, hey, try this white powder. Not you.
No,
You were sure.
all in.
Sure. Should I put it under my tongue? Where does
Right
it go?
away. Right
does
away.
it go in my eyelids?
I knew exactly what to do with it. I was just pretending.
Where'd that packet go? Oh, I drank it. It's good stuff.
Why is your nose bleeding?
It's like pixie stick, man.
But it became obvious that it was the perfect solution because you can put small packets of white powder in with your coffee box, in with your coffee shipment.
Yeah, it was easy.
And all the consumer has to do when they get it is put it in a gallon of distilled water.
Gallon of water.
A gallon of water.
Which I thought was very reasonable. If anyone, most people, even people that aren't drinking specialty, use some form of filtered or bottled water for their coffee.
They're doing something.
Unless you're on a well, which some are, like my parents out in Chino, and your water's just that good because you're on your own well.
Yeah.
You're using some type of filtered water to begin with. And so it just seemed like a great idea.
Yeah.
And it was a great idea.
And it is a great idea.
And it tasted great.
Yeah.
A huge improvement over, city tap water. And generally a solid improvement over fresh spring water and filtered water.
And when we first started buying them and putting them in our coffees to send out our boxes of coffees, we had to pay retail price for it.
Yeah, we paid
A lot.
Paid
a lot, but we found it was worth it.
Included in every order.
Included in every order.
2 packs per bag. Yeah,
2 packs
gallons.
per box, per bag of coffee. Yeah, per bag of
Box.
coffee.
Yeah, the
Whatever.
bags in the box.
So then, we wanted to get some instructions in there with it, so we made up some little cards. And
Yep.
we've been sending those out as well. We're almost out of those. So
Nice.
now it's either we're going to put it inside the box or we're going to put it on the bag
Maybe we could like incorporate it with a brew recommendation.
I think it's time to start either screen printing on the bags or
Ooh. I just saw a post. Bicycle Coffee does that. They were showing their little screen print. They line up 4, pull them out.
yeah, either screen print on the bag or you hot stamp them. We need to make a decision. We need to pull the trigger. We need to spend the money now before it's gone.
Oh. Just like that shit. They do it now. Don't think. Do it now. Do it
Just
now.
post
No.
it. Just post it. Just
No,
post
no,
it.
no, no, no. Don't let the conscience speak up. Do it now. Do it now. If you're wondering, that's your thought process generally.
Go. Do it now. Move.
It's a great idea. Do it. Did you buy it? Amazon Buy Now button. Best thing ever.
Yeah, best thing ever.
Click it. Click
Touch
it.
ID. Just
Click.
Touch ID.
Give me your thumb. I'll do it.
But I'll have
stuff.
you know there are 12 things in my Amazon cart right now that have been waiting.
Wish list.
My wish. No,
Oh,
in
you-
the cart. In the cart.
So before we get to your cart, should we wrap up over third wave water?
Yeah.
Or this whole thing is just in honor of third wave water.
Yeah.
And their success.
And yeah, I think you were going to talk
And-
about Shark Tank, their visit on Shark
I
Tank.
watched it.
But you again, you won't talk. You won't say anything.
No, I know. I'm waiting for the right moment. I think about it. Maybe I should stop thinking about it. So I finally watched the show on Hulu, and it was good. It was very interesting. I think I was more interested in hearing the feedback from the judges because it was kind of like a little test group.
Because we're already hook, line,
We're
and
already
sinker.
drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, we're already down with third wave water, but we want to know, what do these people who
Especially
don't?
for investors.
Yeah, what are the problems they saw with it?
Yeah. So they did, if you haven't seen it, they did a simple comparison and they had give him his props. I think it was from Onyx. Yes, it was.
Yeah, they used
Mark
Onyx coffee.
Michelson to brew it, who is the reigning U.S.
Barista champion,
Maybe I messed that up. Don't want to.
Brewers Cup champ.
No.
They used Onyx
Roaster.
coffee.
They used Onyx coffee.
Yeah, which is cool.
Roasted by Mark.
Roasted by Mark.
But it was also prepared by the Brewers Cup champ. Who I thought also was from Onyx.
Maybe Onyx is holding it down. They're good stuff. Okay, do you need a second to
No.
look that up? Because if you do,
Well, here,
There's
see
something.
if it's in that article. Why
Oh.
I talk.
oh, okay.
Sorry, I just want to give him props because he was there on the show with them and making coffee for the Sharks, and he didn't want to screw that up because if he made a bad cup in front of everybody using third wave water, he would also hurt their chances of getting an investment.
And they can talk. Yeah. Okay, so Mark Michelson is the reigning U.S. roaster champion.
It doesn't mention the barista though. Not in that.
Not in this one.
Was that Daily Coffee News?
Yeah.
Come on now. It's not in there. Maybe we'll find it. Anyway, so it was kind of cool. They thought, hey, we're gonna go all in, get the reigning Brewers Cup champion, get the best roaster on board, and they did a comparison. They took LA City tap water, which is that's not good to begin with, and they brewed 2 cups, one with that water, one with third wave water. Excuse me. And then they had each of the judges try it. Hands down, they all said LA tap water, disgusting. Third wave water was amazing. They all really, really enjoyed it. And so promising. We're starting off in the right direction. And then they started to kind of dive into the business aspect of it and what was involved with using third wave water. And what was interesting is for 2 of the judges, for Lori and Mark, they really got hung up on that you're asking the consumer to get a jug of water, distilled water, and pour the capsule in it. They originally thought you added this little packet to your already brewed cup of coffee, and that this type of mineral enhancement, this supplement, improved the coffee taste. And so at that moment, when they realized you're asking a consumer to buy something in addition to this, they didn't think it was very viable or worth an investment from them.
Yeah. And I don't understand how. I don't know. If you're already, they just don't understand the culture behind brewing coffee at home, individual like this, like, dude, like you buy a kettle, you actually have two kettles, one to heat your water up, the other to pour it with. You know what I mean? You've got multiple drippers, you got multiple mugs, you got stands, buying a gallon of distilled water is not a huge burden. I don't think. It's not for me.
Well, like I said, I think most people are already using some form of filtered water with their coffee.
I found him.
Did you find him?
Dylan Siemens.
There you go.
The 2017 U.S. Brewers Cup champ to do the brewing.
Yeah, they got Dylan on there.
Dylan.
Killed it.
Killed
They
it.
love the coffee.
Well, Dylan could make it while the other two talk. It's hard to talk
Oh, I know.
and
Which he did. But
at the
still,
same time.
this is more than just you winning a medal. This is like your buddies getting an investment. You screw this up. Like, what if they said, I don't taste the
$100K,
difference?
bro.
If they didn't taste the difference, you're dead in the water. No pun intended. So he did good. So Dylan did good. And that was the feedback. Mr. Wonderful had some feedback about, he tried to liken it to wine, to another specialty industry. And he said one of the hard things he had to learn is that about 8% of the industry of people buying wine were buying bottles that were about $12 or less.
Yeah.
And that put anything over that, doesn't matter if it was $15, $20, or $100 a bottle, was in a 2% category. Very small. And so he says, I think that's your market in coffee, was his opinion.
Yeah.
That the market for people that want to push their specialty coffee experience, that much further using this additive is very, very small of the whole. So
And it could be.
It could be.
It could be, but they already have brand advocates who profit nothing. Like you and me talking about it right here.
Yeah.
I mean, I grant you. I mean, if you go to, podcasts, how many specialty coffee podcasts are out there? It is a small number. It is a very niche market. In fact, we got feedback. I can't believe I just listened to a podcast about coffee, right? I can't believe we sit down.
I listened to a
I can't
whole
believe-
show.
I can't believe we sit down and record them every week.
I know. We're still here.
But here's the deal. Yeah, we're still here. And there are others. It is a niche market, but how many people is it? I don't know. What's the percentage? I don't know. Of coffee drinkers total, you're right. It's low. You're still going to have your Folgers and U-Bands folk, but can you bring them over? I believe, yes. I believe there's a huge untapped market.
Yes.
I believe people want better coffee. I believe people want a better coffee experience. I believe people want an awesome customer service experience while they are out. And I believe that they want to be able to create an exceptional experience for themselves, their family, their friends when they're at home.
Yes.
On special occasions when they're entertaining or whether it's just for them. I believe that once they're exposed to it, they will take the next step up from throwing in a K-cup and press and play.
I would agree with you. I think there is an opportunity to get people over. However, I think the bigger opportunity is the next wave, is the next generation. It is not the people that grew up with Folgers and U-Band. It's the people that were...
It's next gen.
It's the younger generation. Yeah.
Could we call it a next gen coffee experience?
That's what it is.
Orange Cactus Coffee, the next generation coffee experience.
It's those that are being raised knowing that this commercialism is not producing the best product.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a given, right? With, I mean, at one point, brand meant something. Folgers meant something. Colombian, the little guy from Colombian.
Yeah. I think
Colombia.
brands still mean something.
Oh, they absolutely do. But these household names have lost some appeal because they've gone so far in the other direction for efficiency, they've lost quality.
They've lost their heart.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
they really have.
Yeah.
And the younger generations kind of come into it assuming that. There's got to be a better, kind of smaller, unique, branded, someone that's on social media.
Small Business Saturday.
Yeah. So there's a different theme, I think, coming with it. And that's why it's given rise to Blue Bottle and Stumptown, Intelligentsia, all these companies that have been acquired for millions of dollars.
And all these craft beers as well.
Exactly.
Craft beers, small wineries.
Because I think people realize it's hard to do something with such high quality on a worldwide scale.
Yeah.
It really is. So anyway,
We're almost an hour.
Third Wave Water, they
Yeah.
did very good. Finally got Barbara said, I feel what you're doing. I think there's a market for it. I think she saw it's really for business. Their cost. You have machines filling packets with powder. It's very cheap. You can pour a little gasoline on it, get some marketing, get it in the right places. It can really blow up.
Yeah. I believe so too.
And I think she saw that opportunity, gave him $100,000 for the investment.
100K.
100,000.
You go.
And
You go, third wave.
They accepted. So I think that we're excited for them. I'm excited to see where they go and what they do. I think the nice thing about them is I really don't feel they're going to, there's not going to be any sacrifice.
No.
I think, what they started out to do, they want to continue to accomplish, and that's just produce better water for people to enjoy specialty coffee with.
Yeah, because they are, this started as a labor of love. They started filling each little plastic capsule by hand.
Yeah.
And now they're finally filling packets with machines.
Yep.
And they just keep getting better and better. And they do other things as well. They live and breathe coffee. I think it's telemetry coffee. Is that what Taylor and Nick
Sounds right.
own?
Sounds right.
I can't remember the guy. Taylor Miner, I know, is one of them. I think that's the Marine, isn't it? That's my kindred spirit out there.
That's who you connect with.
Fellow devil dog.
Yeah, he talked
coffee.
about that a little bit too on the show. His background.
You got to. That's the social story. That's the hook. You got to bring that up.
Yeah, I'm a little underwhelmed. I'm sorry. I thought this article was going to do all the research for me, but it's just lacking. Sorry.
Wow. Well, your research is lacking as well,
I know.
just like the
I was
article.
relying upon that.
I was on the other article. I went to the different article.
This article?
There was a different, whichever one I was on.
That's the website.
Thirdwavewater.com. All right, perfect. So lastly, today's a very special day. It is Mike's birthday.
What?
And for his birthday, I got him not a whole heck of a lot, but we did get him a Scott Rayo book and this song.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you. And many more. All right, that's all I got.
Hey, great.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks
You're
all
very
of you
welcome.
that have already hit me up in the morning. I really appreciate it. It's been a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any day you start with Blue Bottle and some chocolate, doing a coffee podcast, it's a good birthday.
All right. Happy birthday. Get out. No, I'm just.
Time to go.
Did you want to talk about the books or anything, or you?
No,
good?
we'll get into it next time.
Next time. All right, next time. A little teaser for next time.
Hopefully there is a next time.
Yeah.
It will be, right? Because this one, we pushed it out.
Yeah, it's over an hour.
Oh, man.
Manny's going to be happy. Some people are going to be happy, and some people are hitting the wrap it up button.
All right. Some people didn't hear your song, and that's too bad. But you did, because you're still listening. Until next time.
Until next time, indeed. Thank you so much for listening. You can find the show notes at orangecactuscoffee.com/episode 85. You can reach us at Mike at orangecactuscoffee.com and Jacob at orangecactuscoffee.com. Also on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. And I'm sorry I haven't been doing much with Snapchat lately. But I appreciate you listening. It's an honor and a pleasure to be in your ear. Happy birthday to Mikey, and we'll catch you next time.